this one. So this is an alcohol, and we said that the general formula is CnH2n plus 1. Therefore, we have the OH. How do we see the functional group? We need to look and see if we have a carbon that has the OH. So now, this is how you do the naming. But now, in an exam, they'll also ask you, you still remember what we worked on last time? We worked on what we call the condensed structural formula. We worked on the condensed. They'll say, give the condensed structural formula. So now if you want to do the condensed structural formula for this, first thing first, you check the first carbon, carbon number 1. You write it down. Therefore, you write H. You tell us how many hydrogens the first carbon have. It's going to have 3 hydrogens. Then you go to carbon number 2. So if you check on carbon number 2, we have C. Therefore, can you see that the carbon number 2 is the one that contains our functional group, the OH. So if it's the one that contains the OH, you're going to write it like this and say C. It has C. It's CH. How can we do this? CH. It's going to be CH. Is this part. Let me show you the CH. Don't say CH2. No, it's going to be wrong, but it's going to be the CH, which is this part here. This is our CH. Then that's when you can write the HO. You can write the HO after that one. You can write the HO. So it's going to be CH, therefore OH. So this shows that this one is the one that contains what? The OH. So it's the CH, the OH. Therefore, the last one is the carbon number 3, and we can see that carbon number 3 has what? Carbon number 3 has 3 hydrogens. Then you can write it down and say this will be CH3. And that's how you do the condensed structural formula. That's how you do the condensed structural formula. So now in most of the time you'll be required to do what? You'll be required to write the molecular formula. If they ask you for the molecular formula, do you know what will be the molecular formula of the structure? Mungi, what will be the molecular formula?
CH3CH.
It's C. How many carbons do we have? 3. Therefore, you're going to say H. You count hydrogens that you have. How many hydrogens that you have? Please, you need to be very careful when you count. Don't count the hydrogen in this functional group. Can you see we also put it separate on the structural formula? Do not count that. So if we don't count that one, it's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to have 7 hydrogens. Therefore, that's when you can write the OH at the end. So this is the molecular formula of this alcohol. Do you understand that part? Are you happy with the molecular formula and the condensed structural formula?
Yes.
Nice.